A good evening, everybody. I hope you all had a great week so far. You know, a good start into the week. And you know what? What if we make it even better by winning against a DKB XPERION NXT RAW? Yes, that name is that long. So it's going to be a tough one, let's be honest. DKB, they are known for being really strong, you know. That is just, yeah, how it is. But I am certain our boys are ready. Wait, what is that? Games crashing? We're aware of a problem causing games to crash during or immediately after loading and are working on a fix. Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks a lot for... Well, we will see if that happens to us today. Wouldn't be too dope, of course. But we will just, you know, take it slow today, wait for the invite, and make things happen. Of course, I want to shout out to the DKB cast as well. I know a buddy is casting it today, and I know Karas cast also casting, and Crincy Shady observing in the background everything. So big shout out to them. But of course, we want to see the winners POV, of course. So we also have to have a Foxnyr stream, right? I'm super confident into the boys. I feel like if they just fix the minor mistakes from the last game day, then we have a great potential. And that, of course, is absolutely amazing. Now, currently looking at the group, and we can see that DKB XPERION NXT RAW is currently 4-0, so they went 2-0 so far, basically. They won against, what is it? They won against CT, which is Core Titanic, 2-0, and they won against Wii Sports Academy, 2-0. So yeah, that's what is happening right now. We might as well snap a game out of their fingers. Or not, who knows. Might as well just grab both. I don't know what I would predict personally. Maybe a 1-1, maybe a 2-1. A 2-1 is it's not best of 3. It's not best of 3 at 2-0, of course. But yeah, all we can really do right now is wait for the invite. I hope everything works out, nothing crashes. I might as well add one more player. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, of course, Foxnyr is 1-1 right now. They played against Second Time Alive last week. They were... Like, Second Time Alive was 2-0 as well, so one of the stronger starting teams, of course. But... exactly, we went 1-1. Just making sure that I'm not talking any wrong stuff here. Now, can I get some hype in the chat? Who's joining me for today? That is the question, of course. Gotta greet everyone in the lobby. Gotta BM a little bit. Hello, Willis. I literally wrote in chat, winner POV also needs to be seen. And then Shadowproofer wrote, oh yeah, that's why we're here. And I'm writing, yeah, might the better team win today? Foxnyr cast is ready, of course. You know me, I'm always ready. I don't even know what side anybody is on yet, but I'm always ready. No questions asked, you know. Just doing a quick swap-peroni here, and it looks like a DKB XPERION NXT. By the way, the entire name did not fit into the tool. I checked. I actually checked. And I'm so sad that it did not fit into the tool, but it did not, so... that just happened, yep. DKB XPERION NXT RAW was too long of a name, so we had to leave the XPERION out. In case you don't know, the XPERION is an offline location in Germany. So, and I know that I think our the observer Crincy is there right now. So yeah. Might get his clean feed if I ask nicely. Who knows? Who knows? Wait, can I use their clean feed? I don't know if I can use their clean feed. But yeah, here we are in Le Draft. And that means I have to swap over real quick. And jump right into the draft. And yeah, a lot of AP threats already banned. The Elise is out. The Aurora is out. And Ragnar's currently thinking with his team, hey, what else can we throw out? What else would be a good choice? Oh, the Udyr ban. Wait, they're literally just banning my jungle pool. Hey Jasper, hope you're having a great one. And also, Wooly SCT, how do I say your name correctly? It reads very Swiss to me, you know, Wooly. Uli SCT. The Swiss name is Ueli, but yeah, just tell me how to properly pronounce your name so we can have a good talk here on the stream. Now, the Piltover's finest team is banned out, the Jinx and Vi out of the equation. Probably no drawing today, I think, because I'm doing production, so not like the FPL again or something like FPL. What I'm saying, the Prime League marketing, Rio. They are remarketed. It's important. Can we see this cute little leafy here? By the way, can we see that? No, I don't think we can, but you know what? Sitting right here. Wait. Yeah, I know my mic is not the straightest, but here we go. Yeah. You can use this guy here as a inspiration. I'm not even leaking anything right now. You know what I can leak though is Nocturne Orianna. Super solid stuff here. I love to see it. Really simple. And honestly, oftentimes I just like the, yeah, stupid as it sounds, the easier to play composition, because you have less ways to screw up, you know. Gotta answer something real quick. Hope you like the ASMR from my keyboard. But yeah, honestly, now of course both team compositions are really solid. 100%. No question asked about that. But the Nocturne and the Orianna, they just have this simplicity to them. Now of course the Akali, the Corki, the Jarvan, they are real slippery, so they have tools to evade the combo. They, even if they get hit, they have tools to, you know, input buffer stuff like the flag and drag, or Corki just waits it out until the mid game or something and then tries to jump away, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Now, the Urgot ban, Yeah, that's a weird one, has to be target ban. Obviously, Corki and Akali is also a bit weird in the same team. Not in like it doesn't fit at all, but in like... you are basically giving away a bit of the flex potential already, because... Now it's pretty obvious, you know, Jarvan has to be jungle, that's a given one. But Akali and Corki, you know, Corki cannot really be mid lane or top lane anymore. I mean, honestly guys, when I think about it, if you play Corki ADC, do you ever do that? Chat, help me out here. Do you ever play Corki ADC? Is that a thing? I'm not sure. No, also rel bans. I mean, we can also talk a little bit about the Ashe. Because the Ashe, well, what does she give you? A ton of utility. The Hawkshot is a one-of-a-kind spell in her kit. Giving you vision, making sure the enemy jungler is easier to track. Making sure... Yeah, sorry, a lot of production stuff to do. Where was I? The Ashe. Ah yes, the ADC Ashe. That might still be a support. It could be flex, but let's just assume it's ADC. Either way, thanks a lot to Adifferentia for the follow, by the way. Hope I said that correctly. Adifferentia. Or Adifferentia. It could be Italian, it could be English. You gotta tell me how to properly pronounce it. Meanwhile, we will see the top lane matchup. Ornn versus Renekton. We can talk about that one in just a second, because I wanted to talk more about the Ashe. Now, I talked about the Hawkshot already. What else do we have on Ashe's side? Well, of course, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. You know, you have other lane-specific stuff like the Volley and the DPS. And then, you know, depending if she's support or ADC. And again, I said we assume it is ADC, and it is ADC indeed. But yeah, again, depending on the fights, the catch potential is just insane. Now, we have some... Do we have some disengage? We have Braum, sure. No, basically, whenever I look at comps, first of all, we have to talk about lane matchups. We have to talk about scaling. And I think just to get this one out of the way, scaling-wise, this game is one of those whoever plays better and finds the better engages wins. Yes, Corki scales super hard. Yes, Akali also scales decently enough. And yes, Ornn has the Ornn items, which are great, of course. But still checking if I can get their clean feed. Maybe. I would really like if I can only cast and not focus on spectating, observing, and all that in-game jazz. So I wouldn't say no if I can snack the clean feed from DKB. But I gotta wait for the answer. Yeah, again, we still have a lot of time to talk about all the drafting stuff. Now, basically, I'm a jungle main, if you haven't heard it yet. I know, big shocker. Jarvan against Nocturne, yeah, again, it's one of those AD Bruiser matchups. It's really funny because if both are full life, then Nocturne wins the 1v1 against Jarvan, but of course Jarvan can usually just say, no, I don't want that. I wanna get out of here. Both have decent clear speed. I think Jarvan always surprises me a bit with the clear speed. I always feel like, hey, you know, he should be on Xin Zhao or Lee Sin level, but he got a bit faster over time. Oh yeah, no, I cannot have the clean feed. Dang it. Gotta spectate myself. Okay. Also means I can fully focus on the game though. So yeah. Nocturne. Stronger if both are full life. If Jarvan can just burst Nocturne down, then Jarvan wins. So half life, Jarvan wins, Nocturne wins with full life. But again, you're not really looking to fight usually. You're looking to clear, you're looking to gain levels, and you're looking to impact the lanes. Now Jarvan has the early game going for him. In theory, he could go for level 3, level 4 ganks at the latest, while Nocturne might as well, you know, just look at the lanes real quick. Oh, they're not really super easy gankable. Might as well just reset. I'm still reading. I have 4 people telling me about. Nah, I will just keep this shut up. I will do the observing myself. Fine, I'll do it myself. So yeah, a lot about Nocturne versus J4. On top lane, Ornn versus Renekton. That's the funny thing. Renekton doesn't really fall off. So, well, does he fall off? It's hard to tell. Team comp wise, he could fall off if a lot of range is against him, but he can always help shred down the Akali. He can always help, yeah, doing a lot of work in general. So it's honestly Omega fine for him to just chill. And, you know, again, the Ornn items, you don't really care too much, honestly. It's all pretty chill. You are just having a good time on top lane. You could try to play around the Ornn and the Renekton, but yeah, I don't really see it. Because on the other side of the map, you have the Orianna, you have to play around the combo, the Nocturne Orianna combo that you're playing. And you have to play around the... there we are, we're soon. In-game, you have to play around the bottom lane as well with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Because bringing Ornn behind, sure, maybe for grubs, stuff like that. Maybe with a rotation, yeah, it can work. But then again, it doesn't really matter too much. So in the end, I personally feel like just grab yourself some bot lane kills. Grab yourself some... What do you mean it took you a second? Look, it's a cutie. Perfect fit for on the mic. Perfect co-caster. Liev, what do you say? Yeah, I thought so. I love the feet, how Liev's like sitting there. Absolute banger. So yeah, if you were hearing it in the background... Oh no, disconnects. Oh no. Well anyways, guys, we shall jump into the first game. And hopefully have an absolute banger. I think the lag is gone. That means we can just jump into the game in a second. I hope so at least. So there we are on the Rift. Sadly still in a break. But it is going to be Foxnyr on the red side. And a DKB XPERION NXT on the blue side. And finally, we are back in the game. We got, of course, adjust the champion positions here. Yes, this is the little spectator break. It always happens if you have a pause. But there we are, my friends. And there we are. On the Rift, ready to see who can win it. Again, DKB XPERION NXT RAW. Looking strong on the third game now. So far they have shown only wins, only winning games, only clean stuff. But maybe it is time to dethrone them. Maybe it is time to show them what a fox can do. And maybe, just maybe, we will get 1 or 2 wins. Again, I really think we have the potential to go at least 1-1. I'm not even capping. I feel like if Foxnyr did their homework, then it's looking really good. Now, this is an interesting start. Like, really interesting start. Somebody has been watching a little bit too much pro play. Yeah, Elanis is like, can I go for the wave? I don't know, not really. Why is Fabiox in mid lane? What is happening? Why is the Ashe alone on bot lane, just chilling and farming? And welcome to pro play. Let's look at this insane Ashe gameplay. Yeah, Spike preparing a slow push here, not just shoving in as fast as possible, but like preparing the wave crash. Yep. Ornn shared some XP on top. He's now on bot lane. It's always interesting to see stuff like that. And I'll be honest with you guys. Just like the mid laner is called. Sometimes stuff like that is too high IQ for me. Because a lot of little interactions happen there. Like XP wise, minion wise, you know, denying stuff. Skipping the level 1, for example, sometimes. You might as well just say as Rognox, hey, I really don't like my level 1, but I really like my level like 3 to 4 against Renekton and stuff like that, so, you know, might as well play it a bit weird. So far, we have the support and the top laner on bot lane. In the mid lane, yeah, it's always a bit weird, right? It's always this, Akali on paper is a melee champion. And Akali on paper is really easy to bully and abuse. But there is a rune called Second Wind, and there's an item called Doran's Shield. And combining those two can give you a lot of great lane sustain. Now Elanis really wants to see something on top lane. And also in mid lane, Combattimento was forced to flash. Oh, interesting. Knock up into knock up, and not resulting in anything though. That was like a negative damage, honestly. Yellow took a bit of damage. Spike took some damage as well, but it's not a lot really. And there we are. Still a 0-0, but gold-wise it looks really good for the blue side, so for DKB XPERION NXT RAW. And we can see a big part of the gold lead. Oh, give me a second, yeah. Just jumping in there on bot lane. Polak taking a bit of damage. We still have the flashes up, so worst case we can just flash away. Yep, and this is exactly what is going to happen. We also see Humalu, the Jarvan, on the ward now. And this means we will just play it safe. And that's also what I was talking about in draft, right? Fizzy or Nocturne just perma-clearing, while Humalu is playing a bit more for the objective side. Now I don't know how quick he is on the Jarvan. It's always an interesting one. You could contest those if you see it somehow. But yeah, like if Nocturne ran straight there, he could have a chance to outsmite it, but if you just run there, you do not get the smite. And then, you know, you basically skipped 1 or 2 camps for that. That just feels really bad. So might as well play it safe, give up the first dragon. And keep up the pressure. Kolok in mid lane. And yeah, Miela with this entire ADC on solo lane thing will have more levels. I don't know how long they want to keep that split up, because I feel like with Miela still having flash up, it could be, you know, kind of safe for a long time against the Crocodile. Now, of course, next objective, Void Drops getting started instantly. Okay, Arrow not really finding anything here, so Spike, nice try. If that hit, it would have been a stun forever. Now we're going in here from the side of DKB. Kolak really low, will maybe get out. First blood here for Elonis, that is already pretty good. Miela might be able to pick up Fizzy, yes indeed. Now Humulu also with the flash, flag and drag to get the double kill onto Miela here. And that of course is not a full-on disaster, but I'd still say the objective goes over to DKB XPERION NXT RAW. And that is of course what they wanted. So yeah, it really feels like they have a full-on game plan. They went into this game and they basically paragraphed out literally everything. They went like, okay, we're gonna do this swap, and then we're gonna TP with Rognox on bot lane, and then we're gonna do this and that. So that is great. Can Foxnyr match it? Is the question though. Because I feel like so far it could be a lot worse. Like a lot worse. And it also looks like we're finally seeing this weird lane swap broken. Now, of course, because of the double kill scenario. Oh, hold up a second, hold up a second. Talking about double kills, could this be one in mid lane? Flash will be used, but now Humulu is also in the mid lane. Will flag and drag in. The Cataclysm would, of course, be an absolute disaster here in mid lane, but Humulu was not in range. And this means, honestly, until the next fight in 2 minutes for Dragon, every ult should be back up again. I think even Paranoia should only have like, what, 2 minutes at max? Yeah, for sure. So yeah, of course, if there is a fight before Dragon, then that's kinda messy. But I think we can just play this one clean out. And again, I also talked about the scaling. Elonis could be in trouble here, using the Dominus to counter the Ornhorn a little bit here, Call of the Forge God. Oh, the perfect execution in mid lane, Honest, getting a so low bow, low in mid lane. That's not what we like to see, using flash, using the ults, using everything. Or maybe on bot lane, the cleanse is there though. Fizzy wants to look for a gank, Kolak aggressively flashing forward, he's ready to throw away his life if needed, will just lose that, but now who is going to get the kill? Spike getting one, and that is of course okay-ish. Now with Jarvan on bot lane as well though, with Humulu. That cannot happen again. Spike instantly flashing out of the Cataclysm. Will still take the massive damage that the Cataclysm brings with it. Meanwhile on top lane, Elonis is struggling a little bit, because yeah, the early game phase was a mess. Was a really weird spectacle. And I don't know who gets the next dragon. Should be a mountain. We can, of course, check real quick. You know, let us drive down there. And it is correct. It is not a Chemtech. It is not a Hextech. It is just a good old mountain dragon. And of course, everybody appreciates some extra armor. I really feel like right now, all the... oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Spike, maybe? Can we get something? Fizzy getting a jungler, so it is a 1-for-1 for now. Now Combattimento with the shockwave ready. Can we hit a good command shockwave? Fobiox hitting a good fissure.
Now the unstoppable, really good shockwave. Compartimento still dying though. And Fizzy also getting the Dusk out, but will not be able. And it is just this weird outnumbering situation. It just felt like we were a little bit late. All the time. Oh, interesting arrow to cancel the backport. So that is a little bit of a tempo win. A little bit of a, you know, lucky moment in all the unlucky moments so far. But yeah, we gotta be honest here and just give it to them. DKB XPERION NXT RAW. They're looking solid, but still, I think most of their gold advantage is on the Corki. And this holds true. Humalu ready to say hello here. The blue trinket used to spot. Oh no, Spike. Ah, goodbye. Please send me a postcard. Because an Akali against an ADC. Yeah. No need to even try anything here. No sums up anyways. No ult up, no nothing. But this is a clear and dry cut. If the Akali waits in the bush, you are dead. It's a full-on Omeva, Mo, Shinderu, yada yada moment. And also we got one grub. Meanwhile, which is okay-ish again. I think the grub dynamic sums up the entire game so far. What I mean by that is like, we got one grub. DKB, they got 5 grubs. But, you know, it's like they didn't get everything, but they got most of it. And that's what this entire thing this entire game looks like right now. It's like in bot lane, when DKB looked for the dive. And we could answer with the Nocturne, but it was a little bit too late. Spike still died. Nocturne, yeah, he got a kill onto the jungler, but then Nocturne died to another member and so on, yada yada. Now at least we will get the dragon. That is a first major W for us. Because it means we have more time to scale, we have more time to... You know, what are we looking for? We're looking for free items on Ashe, we're looking for free items on Orianna. And again, we just need to hit a lot of enemies, a lot of opponents with the Paranoia Shockwave combo. Meanwhile, Akali also starting to look really strong though. I've been talking a lot about Miela on the Corki, but honest, on Akali also really, really scary right now. So yeah, you can currently see the gold. I love the discipline there. Just going for what's needed. Don't take an unnecessary fight, don't blow unnecessary ults, just clear the wave. And Honest was like, yeah, I just want to recall. I just want to get this large rod. I want to get the Dark Steel stacks. Oh. Yeah, we really need to shut down this Corki. 400 gold, that's a lot of money. And at the same time, can look at the vision. Spike having to flash again, and I don't think this is looking too good because the Akali again in the backline should die to the turret shot, will die to the turret shot. So Compartimento getting a shot down there is very nice, of course. But still, we lost our barrier, we lost our flash on the ADC. And that means no summoners for the next dragon. Really yummy Ornhorn there. Yummy Ram, now Elias on the way to mid lane. Maybe they can find something. Flash stun to safely secure the Jarvan, you know, also to make it quick so you can start chasing the other members there. Now, the dragon also helps us a little bit. Teleport coming in from Honest, and that is looking really dangerous there. In the Shroud, so good to stall. This Akali is so good at stalling. And I'm so sorry to say it, but what is Spike doing there? Definitely having an off game. Like, again, I get the idea. Spike was committed to play that fight, but sadly, he was a bit slower on clicking away. Maybe also trying to bait or something, but yeah, that wasn't it. That game just looks harder and harder for Foxnyr here. Again, it is not a mountain yet, but it is surely a hill to climb up. I still like that we are, you know, it's not like 16-0, it is 11-5. We do have some kills on our side. We even got a shutdown, so that is really nice. Then, yeah, Honest has the perfect execution ready, and that just means Combattimento has to get out of there ASAP. Seraph's really solid first item here, because it means with the shield we will survive a bit longer against the beast that is called Honest Akali right now. And the other big W for DKB, of course, is getting all that gold, all those kills onto the Corki. Can check the gold real quick, because I am pretty sure if Corki just goes back in a few seconds or in like 1 or 2 minutes, then it will be... Wait, 2 Ether Wisps in Akali's inventory? What? Okay, interesting. That's a lot of move speed. Has enough damage anyway, so might as well get some more move speed. I mean, plus it still has AP on it. Why not, right? Don't know what that will build into exactly with the best friends. With the needlessly large rod, not best friend sword, of course. But yeah. Akali, really strong. And also, I talked about the secondary item on Miela. That is where we are at, while, of course, we ourselves have only 1 full item max, and we don't even want to talk about support, because as support you get a lot of passive gold, so if your team is doing well, getting a lot of global gold, then of course you will also be a little bit ahead. That is why Fabiok's enabling their team. Fizzy in a bit of trouble, the shockwave will not connect, and this is just a lot of ults used. Also means Combattimento has to flash away, and even with the flash it looks really grim. I like what we're doing. We get the shutdown finally on Elonis even. I don't know if we wanted it on Spike instead, because if he just dies against this Akali and all the dive, then yeah, good stuff. You have a lot of gold on the Ashe, but yeah, what do you want to do? Build the Ronduins? I don't think so. And that is why it's a tough one. Like, if Ashe doesn't get off a lot of autos, then yeah, doesn't really matter how fat or how low budget she is right now. And even, you know, even though Spike did some mistakes, that is the ADC life, right? You do one little misstep and you die. Even though that happened, it is still super hard to play. Like, look at it, Humalu with the Jarvan has really good dive potential, and then Honest, of course, the star of the show right now for DKB XPERION NXT RAW, as well as Miela. Now Miela might just try to kill the front line, while Honest is diving the back line, but Honest has so much support from Fabiok's as well. But still guys, it is only a 4k gold lead.
So, while it is a lead, of course, while it is looking dangerous, always believing in the boys, in this Foxnyr squad. Because I know they can make it happen, and again, they have a simple comp. If they can just burst the Akali with a good arrow, you know, instant arrow into Paranoia, into Shockwave, all that combo, then it's looking real good. But also the side lane pressure, of course, with a like 2.5 items Akali. Who can even match that? Does NXT even have to teamfight anymore? I don't know. Elon is still making the crocodile look strong though. But we currently, we almost have to force something. If Combattimento sticks around, he will now go into top lane. What can we find? It is a 3v3. We will try to get onto Miela. We do not have anybody here. Elon is jumping in, flashing in, getting the kill onto the Corki. Now Honest doing so much work again, but not finding a kill so far. Ragnarok's also joining on the Ornn, making sure to kill Kolak here. And it's still a messy fight. It is still a tough fight. But Fizi just trying to run away. Now decided, hey, what if we can get the rock on? And Fabio X is like, yeah, what if you cannot? What if I can just get out? And that's exactly what he did there. So again, such a sad one. Such a sad one here. Because again, the fights are looking kinda close even. It doesn't look like we're completely clueless here, but it just looks like DKB is a little bit better. That's just the reality right now. Honest, really strong. Will soon have the Zhonya's and will basically forever have those Zhonya's effects with the arm guard through this game. Yes, Spike, goodbye. You decided to exist on the Rift as an ADC. Now Nocturne jumping in. The arm guard that I was talking about, doing a lot of work now. But yeah, Ragnax joining in as well with the TP. Humalu wants to jump in there as well, of course. The Cataclysm is almost ready. Oh, missing the flag and drag. That could maybe bring some consequences, but I'm not too sure. Because as long as Honest is surviving, which Honest is doing right now, the Sterox keeping Honest alive, but now Miela has the Miela show. Horn as well. We got a kill here onto Humalu, but that is not the kill that we need. Yes, it is a kill that we need, but it is not the D kill that we need, because the shutdowns are on Ornn and on Honest. And Miela, of course, always great to get Miela out of the map for a few seconds. So no more farm on the Corki for a while. And as long as this is not happening, it's a tough one. It's also a really clean game by the DKB. They're just showing how you can play that game. And yeah, just losing Jarvan there, of course, it could be better. Again, just like with the Grubs, it could be better, yes, sure. But the reality is, Foxnyr is struggling a little bit. They have been through the entire game. And this just means they have some chances, but they are running slowly but surely out of them. Will only get harder and harder. We did get the Mountain Dragon, so the next dragon is not Soul, which is nice. And we just need to find some catches. We also have to gamble a little bit. You know, you can see the vision here, really deep vision into the base. Now in the mid lane we see the engage. Corki getting out of there as quickly as possible. Miela used both sums though, but both those sums were available. Spike with no sums means Spike will just die. And this is a sad realization that we have just been getting slammed over and over and over all the time. And it also means DKB, they are looking for the Nash, and I think they want to close out this game, because this was a big swing. Miela with no sums, this could be a big one for the next team fight. But at the same time, the sums did exactly what they were supposed to do. Keeping Miela alive, getting Miela the chance to throw in some more ults, some more rocket barrages. Gotta check the damage number real quick. Yeah, the third missile is just bonkers damage. 600 physical damage, that is just absolutely disgusting. Of course, if you do it against an armor target, yeah, against most players you will get like 400 or 300, but still having the poke, just surviving and poking in there, it's basically like playing against Ezreal on crack here. Not only the mystic shots, but also, you know, the third rocket all the time, that just hurts really much. But still, my hope is running out slowly, but it is not completely lost yet. I feel like we still have a fight. We won't ever get a good fight in this game, but we still have some fights where we can try to make things happen. But yeah, comp-wise, because Honest got ahead, it is a tough one. Not more said here. Spike can literally not play the game on 7 deaths.
Because, hey, oh, you wanted to farm side lane? Yeah, now there's an Akali in the bush and you will die. That's it. You know, and sometimes we have to take those risks, right? It's like, oh yeah, just don't go side laning. And don't shove waves out there. Yeah, sure, but then you never have prio again. So, still, it has to be the right decision, right? Sure thing. But then it also means the right decision will be to never have prio again. But now, you know, we're already in the late game. I'm talking a lot about the mid game. But right now, we can see this last stand that I talked about. But it's looking rough. Because the Zhonya's will keep Honest alive for way too long. The turret's still wailing onto him. How does Honest survive this? That is just beyond me. Combattimento died. Nobody else, though, in the entire game decided to go into gray screen. Only Combattimento. And that means we had a pretty good fight, right? That means we got the best out of this fight. Only losing one member. Both turrets still alive. It could be worse, but again, it won't get easier, so... 12 or like 11, 12k gold lead. It's rough, man. Yeah, that is not what you want to see. Elon is getting out of there though. Honest is like, by the way, I can not only one-shot ADC, so I can also deal heavy damage onto Nightmares, even though there was a Sterox. Will Honest pay though. No Zhonya's right now, and we have to get that kill. We get a shot down onto Combattimento, that is a big one though. Will not be invested until the next fight. Ornhorn will be eaten by the shield. Spike, no chance to survive. Elon is really strong, but not enough power in that crocodile. Now it's 4 members on blue side, DKB against 2 members. Combattimento and Spike for Foxnyr. And yeah, a lot of ults are missing right now, but the important ult, Miela's rocket missile barrage here, rocket barrage is just available. We get a kill there, that is great. There's also the scaling that I was talking about. As soon as Combattimento, like if Combattimento hits the Rabadons here, he will hurt real bad. But meanwhile, seems like the game will not be over yet. It seems like we will have a breath of fresh life in this game. Combattimento does not want to die to the Ornn, of course, but also wants to make sure to slowly but surely get this Ornn killed. Now, Honest TPing in there, making this entire thing a bit more nerve-wracking. Wants to finish this Spike in danger, but now no more tricks up on his sleeve, only the Zhonya's. And this means this was an honest mistake by Honest. TPing in there and dying like that. I don't know, this just gives Foxnyr more time to, again, get the Rabadons on Combattimento. Get a 3rd item for penetration on Spike. And then suddenly we have the burst combo against, you know, most squishies. So Miela will get one-shot by the Orianna shockwave pretty much, like the entire command, shockwave, resonance, yada yada combo, you know, command ball and all that stuff. Did I even say that correctly? Oh, it's attack command, dissonance. Did I say resonance? I'm tired, I'm sorry guys. You can probably hear my my throat that I am pretty tired here. But I hope the players are not getting tired as I am. Of course, it is Monday, it is a work day. I mean, Jasper, we're not ahead, but like DKB should have been able to close out this game ages ago. This game going for 30 minutes is really rare, really weird. And again, I'm saying Combattimento, if Combattimento hits Rabadons, we have one-shot potential. Spike already did hit the free item power Spike and has a Vamp Scepter as well now. Looks like a small item, but having some extra lifesteal can be a big difference maker if you don't get one-shot. If you get one-shot, then nothing matters anyways. And that honestly is up to Honest. Did not even intend that. Yeah, but the towers are standing gold, right? The towers are standing gold, which means if we get one good fight, if we get one ace, then we get turrets, and then we are even, and then we win one more fight. But you know, talking about winning fights, we're a bit split right now. Paranoia will make it hard to see for a DKB, but they are just getting kill after kill right now. Physicolog already dead, and this was not it. This was not the fight that we wanted. And this kind of means the GGs are getting called in the chat. Combattimento. It was closer than it was supposed to be, honestly. After the early game, after the fed honest in the early game, this should have not gotten as close as it got. So, we're still proud for the boys. Wait, nah, inhib won't respawn in time, right? No. Okay, okay. Yeah, GG is called in the chat. And that means we ourselves will head over to me really quick. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you that we will hop into small break, because I want to be ready when the next one starts. That means we will take a break right now. Let's make it around 4 minutes, and then we will be right back. Again, I feel like... okay. Pet. There's it. No dragon if we can have Leafy. Yeah. I think it looks good like that, right? Yay. But yeah, small break, exactly. We will see if we can get another one. I told you guys 1-1 is also fine. And again, I think even though on paper it looks really dominant by DKB, we did show a lot of signs of being alive, of being on par with them. So I'm not really too worried. Again, the season is young, so we'll see if we can bring it back in the second game, and if not, honestly, losing it against DKB, of course they are the strongest team in the group, very likely. But we will see after the small break. Again, I just keep on yapping and rambling. Time to send you in there. Be right back.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images. And it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images. And it's the way that you look at me, makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right.
Hello everybody, I'm back, it's me, Mr. Olisram, and it's you guys in the chat. And of course I hope we are still having a great evening, even though the first game was a bit unlucky for our Foxnyr boys. I'm a bit bummed out, of course, happens to the best. And you win some, but I really think we can take the second game. I really think it is a possibility. So yeah. It's so funny still being in the production chat for the DKB stream. And I'm just chilling here, all alone, only me. But that is okay. Yeah, today we have the games versus DKB. And on the 30th, by the way, Wednesday, so evening in 2 days already, we will have one more game against, let me pull the group right here, against, I think it was Wii Sports. Was it Wii Sports? No, I'm probably wrong. Ah, SLR, of course, Solaris. There we go. Oh yeah, it's the Nikosuke guys, Genji. I have cast them already. So that is something that you can look forward to in 1 day and 22 hours. So again, on the 30th, 6:15, you know, German speaking time. Lol. I don't know, call it GMT +1. Don't get me started on winter time and stuff like that. I hate the change we just had, because we went back 1 hour, right? So wait, if we went back 1 hour, does it mean it's colder in the morning when it's still dark, or does it mean it will get colder? No, I basically go out 1 hour later, but that means I also come back 1 hour later, so it will be dark super quickly in the evening, right? Oh man. Oh boy. Whatever. Happens to the best. Making sure I get an invite. And making sure the game can start soon. My ear is itching. Yeah, that is real play-by-play, right? I'm looking at my hand. I have 5 fingers. The mic is on. The mic is on again. That is real play-by-playing. Now, of course, do we swap sides? That is a big question. So I will instantly ask it into the chat. Because again, I think loser can choose, right? I think for the first one it's seeded, and then for the second one the loser can choose. So in theory it's always easier to get a 1-1. Which, you know, is what I'm talking all the time. Getting that sweet, sweet 1-1 score today. That would be great. Then again, we also do not have a coach right now, so... Yeah, it's a bit unlucky. It's a bit unlucky, honestly. I feel like we're still warming up a little. But, again, I'm still certain our potential is really good. Maybe we will see it in the second game. Maybe we just will. Okay, Foxnyr swapping to a blue side. That means basically just blue side is broken, right? That's all it means. Copium. Nah, we're still giving it our best try. And it still means we can get one more. There's always another chance to win one more game, and that is what we're after, of course. It would be great to get into Division 3, but we have to say this group is looking kinda hardcore. And you also know it, guys, Division 4 can be just as brutal as Division 3, because a lot of really talented or like re-established teams are coming back from like the quali phase is what we call it, right? So yeah, it's a tough one. Wait a second. No, that is correct. Foxnyr on blue side this time. I was looking at the lobby. Everybody is still busy joining. Fizzy fishy, okay. Thank you. Fizzy is fishy. Gotta remember that one. Trying my best, of course, to get all the names right. But yeah, you probably weren't here when I asked, when you wrote hey with 3 Y's. How do I correctly say your name? Ulist. You know, it's a bit of a Uli. I want to say Uali because that's a Swiss name, but it's probably not Uali. You know, unless you're a Swiss goat as well. That would be dope to have some more Swiss people in here, but the SZT makes me wonder. Bulliest. Oh, hell yeah. Like the bulliest boy, but just the ugliest. Hell yeah. So what can you tell us? You know Fishy then? Or a bit of a fan? Bit of a fangirl maybe? Who knows? Maybe just a wholesome family member watching. That would be correct as well, of course. Yeah. Have to make some small talk until it starts, right? And there we go. Already crying about it not starting. And would you look at that? We can jump right into draft. Let's go. Draft is ready. And the draft is looking more or less the same so far. The Skarner ban is interesting. Kind of means you do not play it yourself. Which again, kinda interesting. What will we go for first? What is our first pick? That is the... Oh, that's so cute though. That's so cute, man. I love when people are supporting like that. Really wholesome to have you here. Gotta sit straight. Yo, you wanna... What do you mean you can play it all? You still know the game a little bit? Or you want me to basically guide you through this entire thing? It's really hard to... You know? It's really easy to explain the game in a basic way. You know, right now we are picking the characters. Each character has its own unique set of skills, abilities, so every character is totally different. I mean, of course, some are a bit similar. Like, some like to jump in and dish out a ton of damage, and some others like, you know, Vi. Yeah, Vi is great. Yeah, again, it's one of the favorites here. Vi was banned in the last game. So yeah, this is the so-called draft. That's what you do in pro play, because it kind of forces you to be proficient and, you know, how do I say it, you know, proficient on many different characters and different strategies. And now the Vi gets picked away. That's also something in the draft. If the enemy team picks something, well, you know, all the characters are unique. That means you yourself cannot pick it anymore. That basically means we as Foxnyr valued the Ashe for our ADC, for Spike, more than we valued the Vi. Now the enemy team, DKB, they knew, okay, Vi is a really contested pick in that sense. Because, you know, Fishy would like to play it. But it also means, Fishy, if you yourself play Vi a lot, it also means you know how to play against it. And there is maybe a Sejuani pick coming through. That is one of my old signature picks. You can probably not even really see it correctly, but I have a Sejuani fan art of me up there. With the cute little Sejuani helmet that... a Poro with the Sejuani helmet that Sejuani has. So honestly, I know Vi is cool and all, but Sejuani is the real goat. Also getting a Sejuani tattoo over here real soon. Got a Viego tattoo here right now, so yeah, I'm into this gaming stuff. So, but yeah, honestly, as a new player, this entire draft champion select thing is super weird, you know, but that's basically the strategic part of the game. And that is also, we have to be honest here, where we are in a bit of a disadvantage, because the DKB has a 100% only coach player. You know, they basically have a 6 player that only coaches. And even though coach itself sounds like, oh yeah, he's like teaching the player stuff, like that can be a job of the coach. But also a big thing about the coach, or like analysts and stuff like that, scouts as well, is to, what I just said, you know, scout the enemy accounts, to look at their games and be like, okay, what characters do they like to play and what can we play to counter their characters? And there's always a little tiny bit like a rock, paper, scissors system, you know, where, I don't know, some champions like really long fights, while other champions like, you know, really like to just have really short fights. Some champions like to stay on range and basically abuse champions that are not mobile but have lower range, and then other champions are really movement heavy, like the Akali that just came through, and they can easily close the gap and just burst you down before the long fights happen, you know, stuff like that. So, for example, yeah, the Akali is an answer to the Yone here. But would you appreciate a bit of, you know, a more simple, basic approach like what's happening in game, or do you not really care too much? You cannot tell. I can guide you through the entire thing, you know, who's walking where, what it looks like to play. I think it's really interesting to always get this esport aspect in. And yeah, let's be honest here. This game is a bit of a mess, you know, no doubt here. So, League of Legends, if you don't know it, is super hard to watch, especially in the later stages of the game. In the team fights, stuff like that. You're just watching all the characters explode in a beautiful, colorful mishmash of everything happening on the screen. So, yeah. Now we have like 4 minutes left. That's usually where I start analyzing things as a caster. Of course, it's also where you start analyzing things as a coach again, or as team. You're basically saying, okay, where again some champions are really strong in the very early stages of the game. And you usually want to have a few, you know, balanced options on your team. You usually want, if you have like what we call free losing lanes, and it basically means 3 lanes, like 3 champions on the lanes that are insanely strong in the later stages, but are absolutely useless. I mean, absolutely useless is no champion is absolutely useless, but really weak compared to the other team. in the earlier stages of the game, yeah, then they will just run away with the game, because there's a thing called snowballing in this game. Like, I don't know if you watch a shooter or something, like, I don't know, Valorant, Counter-Strike. There is an economy aspect to the game, so of course there's also a little bit of snowballing. But in this game, you know, once the game starts, it's not multiple rounds like Overwatch, Counter-Strike, like basically every other esport title. League is one long round, and if you get gold in the game, if you get, I don't know, 5 kills, then you get a ton of gold, then you will be ahead for the rest of the game, because with the gold you can buy items. Items will give you more stat, you know, basically more damage, more health, more everything. That's also what keeps it really interesting, you know? It's not like, for example, if I'm looking at Valorant, every single Vandal headshot will always be a one-shot kill, no matter what. There are armors, right? So it can get a bit interesting. But I always know with the operator, if I hit the body shot, then, yeah. Then you get a kill, that's it. And in this game, what makes League so interesting, you're pressing tab, and then you can see the items, and you start thinking, okay, wait, I have 2.5 items, and I bought this and this item. You know, you have a free choice in the game. You can always decide, do you want to build more aggressive, more sustained, defensive, whatever. You have a ton of items to choose from. Of course, most champions have some items they synergize really well with, but then there are also some champions that can build basically anything they want. Vi is a good example. Vi has some items that she really likes, but depending on her role or whatever the player feels like doing, whatever feels like prioritizing, you can build it more like full damage and as an assassin, and then your job is to jump in and just die basically, but deal a ton of damage. Or you can build really tanky and not die and not deal any damage yourself, but you will stay alive, you will be a meat shield for your team, you know. Or you can build in a more bruiser style where you still have the threat to kill somebody, but it will take you some time, so the enemy team has to react. That is like the thing. League, no League game is the exact same like the other. Still, you have some basic macro moves, of course, you know. Like in the very early first minute of the game, the very first 2 minutes will most of the time always look a bit of the same. Oh, you want magic tricks? Well, something just fell down. I'll do one Z-grab flip just for you. Wait. No, wait, that can do that way better. Like, okay. Z-grab flip done. Goes back into he goes back into the package, and we're back to the League ASMR. Uli is not really writing, so I don't know if I should just do keep up the beginner 101 about how League works. Again, can tell me if you enjoy it if I try to break it down, because again we just had the picking the characters phase that takes like 5 to 10 minutes, which is a long time for something that, you know, in casual play nobody cares about. Casual play, people just go in, lock their character, and that's it, and then they play. And in professional play, you know, competitive play, it is a really, really important part. And again, a bit of a disadvantage to us because we do not have a coach currently that is fully dedicated to only doing that. So yeah, that is the reality right now. Sadly, we do not have a coach. I think I will slowly try to send us in-game though. Come on, load faster. Okay, I can keep it up then. Through the simple explanation. So yeah, Fishy, just like me, is a jungle player. That means he does not have a lane per se. I can show you in the game. Once we're in game. Oh, hell yeah, we can go in game. Finally, let's do it. I hope we do not have to pause like last time, but let's jump into it, guys. So look at this beautiful intro real quick. And there we are already on the Summoner's Rift. Now you see, that is something that Fishy and Foxnyr is doing right now that is called an invade moving S5. Basically, the entire map looks like this, as you can see. Am I live? Yes, I am live. Great. So yeah, there is a top lane, which is on the top left. There is a mid lane, which is, well, you guessed it, in the mid lane. And there is a bottom lane that is on the bottom right. And one player will be in a top lane 1v1 against the other top player. So you have dedicated roles, right? Like, if you play in a team, like in, I don't know, soccer, if you play in soccer, you will apply to a team as a goalkeeper, right? If you have only been doing the position of goalkeeping your entire life, then, yeah, why would you suddenly play another role, right? So, let me just fix the, matchups here real quick. Oh no, Spike. Oh no, I get PTSD from the last game. Forced to flash early. Thanks, Honorius, of course, for joining in. We have a League of Legends connoisseur here that is really new to this entire thing, and I'm explaining some really simple stuff. Like, again, as you can see, yeah, those guys are like two players facing off in top lane right now. Ilanis versus Ragnax. And that is the jungle position. Fishy against Humalu on the Vi. Basically their job is to be efficient with clearing camps, what you can see right now. Humalu slapping the living ass out of those raptors. That is basically where you get your resources from. Like on the lane, as you can see, there are those little guys called minions. And the objective on the lane is to try to deny the enemy minions, because that means he will not get gold and experience. And your job is to get as many as possible. If you are in range while they die, you get some experience to get more level ups. As you can see, Combattimento, for example, is level 2 right now. Honest level 2 as well. And now it's getting interesting, because Humalu chose War and chose to steal away the camps from Fishy. The interesting part is, though, Fishy is still level 3. Oh my god, on top lane. Just so close. You can always decide to, play it a little bit more slowish on the lane. You can be like, yeah, I don't really want to fight too much. Now in mid lane, though, this could be first blood, if Honest doesn't just flash out. When is the Shuriken flip back up? Honest. No flash. First blood for Foxnyr. And that is absolutely wonderful, because now, as you can see on the bottom, you can always see the items. And of course, if you don't know the game, the items do not tell you a lot, except for, yeah, the more the better, usually. It's also really hard to really differentiate between a full item, and a small item. For example, we have Doran's shield right now, you see, sells for 180, so that item is not really worth a lot. It's also called a starter item, so that's what you start with. That's not really worth too much, right? But you want to get stronger by getting gold and then spending that gold in the base at the shopkeeper. Now, you can get gold via kills, and you get a TP on bot lane. Kolek will just die to the dive here. Such an early dive, so dangerous. Combattimento wants to do something, but will snap back and will go back to base. And see, that's an interesting context now. Combattimento got a kill in mid lane. That is cool, but now he used a spell that has like 6 minutes of cooldown time. Yeah, no, Humalu cannot get the kill here, but maybe with Fabiox they can get the barrier out, yeah. That's also a thing, right? The cooldowns. Some skills have an insanely long cooldown, like the teleport, so that's what you want to play around. And in mid lane, Fishy making work happen again. Honest will not get out of there. Honest dying for the second time. Fishy playing amazing jungle here. Absolute masterclass. How to get Honest out of the game. You can see on the bottom the 000, or for example, or the 201. It means the first number is how many kills you have. The second number, so the middle one, is how many deaths you have. So you can see Honest, on the right you can see that the Akali, like, on the right there, you see through the picture what champion it is. You cannot know the champion name just, by looking at it. You need to memorize all of them, like all the 170. And yes, we are all a bunch of addicts, so we know every single champion name by heart, even though there are different skins and stuff.
But yeah, you can see Honest with 2 deaths already, and now if I press X, you can also see that our mid laner, Combattimento on the Yone, has 2,300 gold, because he has 2 kills, and he got, you know, the minions and everything. And Honest died twice already. That means there is a difference. Honest on only, you know, quote-unquote only, 1,750 gold right now. And yeah, Combattimento already in 2,450 as well, so that is basically a 2-kill difference. That is a good metric to see, you know, how far ahead or behind you are. And that's why there is this big gold sign on the top. You can see 9.7k on the blue side, so on our side, Foxnyr side, against 9.6k. So yeah, basically what's happening here is, you know, you look across the board, we are a bit behind on top lane, a little bit. We are a bit ahead in the jungle, a little bit. And then we are also super ahead in the mid lane, but we are also super behind in the bot lane. And that is why, on average, we are basically on the same gold right now. Now then again, you know, it's not only that easy, you cannot only look at the gold. In order to win the game, you need to kill all the turrets, you know, basically push through one lane, top lane in this example. Push through all the turrets, get this building here, get those turrets, and then kill this thing, right? That's how you win. So, if you are super behind in gold, but somehow get all the turrets and win the game, then, you know, that's still a win. Fate Sealed used to get out of there. That means, again, talking about cooldowns here, right? We used our ultimate, Fate Sealed. Again, it's my job to spectate and commentate and cast this thing, so I know most of the spells by heart. Learned most of them, so I can just say, yeah, that is Fate Sealed. That was used there by Combattimento and has a 2-minute cooldown, as you can see here. So that means for 2 minutes, a really important spell will not be up, while Honest's Perfect Execution is up, because Honest did not use that. That means we are, even though we are ahead in gold in mid lane, you know, see, look at it again, we are 400 gold ahead still in mid lane. For like 1.5 minutes, we are a bit weaker. So yeah, you can see this entire thing is super complex. And I think that's also why it's so fun to watch and to try and master. Because again, as you see, no game is ever the same. If you played that exact game with the exact same champions, same characters, in the next game maybe Honest would not be on 2 deaths and would be even in gold. And then everything would be a bit different, right? Next game maybe we wouldn't have to use the Fate Sealed, and then between the 7 and 9 minute mark we wouldn't be a bit weaker. You know, then we could do more on the map. And basically also an important thing is the global objectives. You can see those cooldowns on the top left and the top right. And that basically means, you know, something like a turret will give you gold. Oh damn, man. Honest is down in gold, but looks so solid on this Akali. You can see how fast-paced those characters are. Now, meanwhile, Vi on the bot lane wants to find the engage. Kolek, no Devour at the moment, so cannot really just eat the Ashe and save her. Humalu will flash forward and just break Spike's legs here. Combattimento shoving out the wave. Will have to face Akali's Wrath soon. Now, because we saw Humalu on the bot lane, and Fiji is like, yeah, if he was on bot lane, I can do something in mid lane maybe. And yeah, really cool fun fact by the way, Onuris was like a long-time coach. And also a good friend of mine, I would say. Wait, what is that auto tech doing? I would like to talk about the auto tech, but I also have to talk about mid lane a little bit. Honest with the Fate Sealed will die now, getting the kill. And even though Humalu was basically there, he was not really in place. So, but yeah, it's so cool, you know. As a coach, of course, Onuris looks at this entire thing, thinks about all the metrics, you know, thinks about the scaling, about the possible item combinations, about where you would want to fight. Again, this entire thing, I feel like if you dump it down, it's really simple, but if you start thinking about everything, you know, or you want to think about all scalings, item combinations, yada yada, then it becomes really complicated and basically a science in itself. Just like, yeah, and as Onuris wrote, if Spike can get into the game and get resources, then yeah, it is a carry position for a reason. So, yeah, DKB knows we have to shut down the Ashe. And as much as Honest is getting shot down, which is nice, right? It also means they get the chance to counterplay all the time. You know, if you are overloading somewhere, if you send like all your players onto one place, that means they are not at another place. So at the other place, the Ashe is vulnerable. Teleport coming in from the Akali. This could be a disaster or an absolute blessing. What will it be? The fight is still raging on. We are getting Ragnax here. Honest is where my money is at right now. Because if he gets killed one more time and he loses more farm, more time on the map, that is a disaster. But if he gets any kills here, and again Spike cannot play the game, no sums up as well. Ilanis trying something, Yellow flashing with the Jhin. Combattimento though on the Yone, 200 years is what we like to call it, triple kill even. Combattimento, really strong stuff here. But overall, I think that was a fairly even trade. And that means, yeah, while Honest didn't get any kills, only 2 assists, we got Combattimento on 6 kills now. It also means he will go onto a legendary item. Oh my god, no, wait, what is happening here? Honest gets the shot down! Just like that. And that means, as you can see with the gold, Honest is still really behind. But, oh man. Yeah, Akali against Yone in the mid lane, that is just probably 2 of the flashiest champions we have. Just dashing left and right, and top and bottom and everywhere, and 5,000 jumps. Shuriken flip over there, Fate Sealed over here, Q3 over there. Oh man. Yeah. And then on the other hand, we have a champion like Olaf the Viking, and he just runs people down. No, then we have other champions like Ashe. Ashe just wants to stay on range and shoot as many arrows out as possible. She's like no dashes, no jumps, no, you know, teleports, nothing. She's just she has only her 2 legs. And if they are broken by an Akali before she can even do anything, then yeah. And that's the thing, right? As Onuris wrote, Akali could be kinda even, she is not. But also, looking at everything, like, yeah, okay, Akali has only 4,800 gold, but that's just as much as Urgot has. That's way more than Olaf has. So basically, right now, Combattimento on the Yone, he's way ahead of the curve with 6,000 gold. You can see he has a full item here that we call a legendary item. Blade of the Ring King. Like, legendary items are like big power spikes, as we call it, because when you get one of those, they usually are insanely strong because they have an effect or like even an active. For example, here Zeke's Convergence, this Frostfire Tempest thing. If you use your ult, then you summon a storm around you, it deals damage and it slows enemies, so you get like extra abilities. Now Spike is still not able to play the game. No chance. No, wait a second. Wait, he's arrived. I already wanted to choke about imagine picking ADC. Haha, lol. But Spike actually survived this somehow. Combattimento. Yeah, I'm talking about 1,000 dashes, right? He jumps in, deals a bit of damage, and jumps right back out. So yeah, that's what some players also refer to as 200 years. Design, I guess. Balancing. Because Riot, you know, the developer once stated, hey, we have 200 years of... wait, can we win this? No. I thought it would be interesting, but nope. They said like, hey, we have like 200 years of combined design experience. And yeah, whenever a champion has a few too many dashes or, you know, is a bit slippery, then the community is sometimes not really happy. Because some people also just like to play a champion like this Olaf here. And also, what does he do? He runs at people. He throws axes and he runs at people. He's really good at that. Don't get me wrong. But if you play against an Akali or a Yone, you're feeling like, wait, they can jump over walls like 10 times and I can only run? That's a bit lame. And, you know, the Ragnarok was also a bit lame, by the way, because I was like, wait, does that work? No, it does not. Teleport here is necessary. Both ADCs also joining in. We have to zoom out for that one here. Humalu almost dying. Ragnax. Fabio, maybe, getting stunned. Nope, nothing happening. The Bola, sadly, not hitting anything. And now suddenly it is Combattimento in the mid lane against Miela. But no ultimate up, no fate sealed for Combattimento, so it's not as easy to just close the gap. You see, as I say that, Miela just gets deleted. Oh, hi Freeze, by the way. Great to have you here. Wait, can't you just ult when you get pulled? Maybe I'm a bit delusional here. Combattimento though, not delusional at all. Wants the kill, will get the kill, will die in response though. At least the kills went over to Humalu. But that's a bit annoying though. Giving up those kills has to feel bad. But still, it's 9-12 though, and I get reminded a little bit of the first game, but in a... like, less worse. This time we have 5 drops, so that's a sign. But yeah, still, gold-wise. Again, it's going okay for us, but it is going also okay for DKB XPERION NXT RAW. The thing is, we have a huge lead on the Yone. No, we don't. We don't. I'm sad now. Oh, nice flash. Ragnax in all the minions. We could see the kill though. Spike was scared from the ult. But you can't be scared, man. You have to go in. You even have Kolok tanking the turret for you. With the barrier. Oh no! The turret! Honest is here! And that means the frog will die. And that also means... oh, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. No! We really needed that kill. We invested so much. And then we didn't even get Ragnax on the Urgot. That is an absolute disaster. And yeah, Fishy. That is a simple one, right? 2 versus 1, no chance to fight this, so better wait for your team to back you up. Now looking for a fight, but Fishy cannot really join. Teleport coming in from the red side here from DKB XPERION NXT RAW. Combattimento, our hope, our savior, but will not be able. Now Ragnax will be perma CC'd, but not in turret range anymore after the knock-up from Kolax. Yeah, and I think that's also why Urgot was banned in the first game. Because Ragnax is an Urgot player, and when do you play against Urgot? There's also this funny thing about balanced imbalance, right? Urgot is a solid champion, but he's not insane. But if you never play against him because he's not insane, then you don't really know what he does, right? So then suddenly, if you play against somebody that is really good on Urgot, and you have maybe, you know, 5 games against him, against a champion, you don't really know the interactions, you don't really know the exact numbers. And that's also what I talked about with the items, right? Because every game, the items are so big. You look at the items and you're like, against champions that you've seen for the 100th time, you know exactly how much damage they deal, you know exactly how much they can withstand, you know, they can tank, as we like to call it. The Urgot is just an X factor right now from Ragnax. Because again, he's an Urgot player. He plays it a lot, so he knows his limits. He knows exactly how far he can go and what he can do. But you can't even really blame Foxnyr, right? Because again, balanced imbalance, or imbalanced balance, or whatever you want to call it. You have to ban it, or else you will face the wrath of this guy that knows how to play it. Now, Honest, jumping out with a perfect execution. Humalu is still on the dragon. Let's see those dragon HPs. Now the full fight is raging on. Really solid engage. Fabioix will not die, but instead Elanis dies first. And we just need some kills. We need something really good fate sealed here. And if we can turn it, then it is right now Fizzy getting a lot of shutdowns. This is the fight that we were looking for. We eat Rognox. Rognox going down as well. This fate sealed was so massive. Everybody died here except for Miela. And because we take this path here, can we reach Miela with the volley? No, we cannot, but this was absolutely massive. Oh yeah, we can reach Miela with a flash on Yon. Oh my god, suddenly it got spicy. I was super worried, like, okay, we lose this fight and But see, that's also something now. We use the choke point, right? If you remember this, our Yon player, our Combattimento, we all know, okay, he's really good in the game. He's really strong.
And his abilities are really good if all the enemies are clumped up. Yeah, exactly, as Freeze is riding. That's the way we win the fights. And now, with the snowball that we talked about, like, it got rolling. Now look, suddenly, Yone is the richest guy from our Foxnyr gang again. Now, of course, you can still not compare it to the entire might and the entire wealth from DKB XPERION NXT RAW. Elanis has no Ragnarok available, so this looks a bit dire. Even getting ignited here. Yeah, that was a really close fight that we just had. And now the next one, yeah, was not close at all. But. Also something I mentioned earlier, if 3 people are on top lane, that means they need some time to travel onto other lanes. And that means we can take a mid lane turret now, because we have a lot more people here. Beautiful Glacial Prison here by Fizzy. A lot of ults invested for the enemy jungler. Of course, if you get the kill there, no more smite, you could maybe try Nash. But, yeah, wasn't meant to be. And also Humalu is building this bruiser tank style, so really hard to take down. As you just saw, took a lot of damage, but at the same time didn't really face any real consequences for it. And now, because we had a lot of action over there, it means Combattimento has to face Ragnax in a 1v1 in the bot lane. Ragnax got the turret, and Combattimento, while he is strong, Ragnax knows my champion is just insanely strong in a 1 versus 1. He is on 2 items as well. Combattimento probably wants to give it another round, or at least deny the backport from Ragnax. It's what we like to refer to as resetting, by the way. You know, basically backporting to base or whatever. Usually call it a reset. Or we call it press the B button, because in-game B does exactly that, as per the default layout. And again, if you look at the top of your screen, you see it's 14 to 18. Even though the kills are like the biggest number, the more important numbers are probably the gold. You know, so for the people that know how important gold is, that is also displayed up there. Also, how many turrets you have. The more turrets you get, the deeper you can push into enemy territory, and the closer you are to the victory, right? So it's an interesting one. Basically, the more turrets you have, if you win just one fight and no turrets are standing, then you can just finish the game. If all turrets are still standing, you win a fight, well, you can kill some turrets, sure, but you cannot win the game, right? So the more turrets you have, the better to be in a winning position. But the interesting thing with turrets is also, it can be a bit misleading, because even if you lost more turrets than you took yourself, like, you know, 2 to 6 for Foxnyr right now, if you do not lose a single fight anymore suddenly, because of some scaling, power spikes, stuff like that, or because you just played super clean, then it doesn't really matter that you lost more turrets, right? I mean, of course, turrets are a bit of gold, so you have to think about that as well. Sick backport animation, by the way. Oh man, Tomken shades. We even have a Tomken in our team. Look, he's right here. Yeah. Interesting stuff happening here. And I'm just talking about the backport animations. Oh no, Kolek. See. Can also toggle the vision, by the way. Basically, if you are playing yourself, then your vision just looks like this. More or less. All you can see is like this. You can move your camera like that, but most of the time you will just have your own champion in the middle. And we as spectators, we can see everything, so that means we can also see this fight starting. Is this the one that we can win? Humalu exploding instantly. Combattimento now joining in. All eyes on the Yone, on Miela. Miela will be able to dish out a bit of damage, but will then die to the snapback from Combattimento. Now it is Combattimento against the rest of the world, let's face it, because Kolek and Ilanis, even though they have survived, they are so low, they cannot really help too much anymore. Ilanis, Kolek completely disagrees with me, jumps in there, and I'm like, yeah, I told you, buddy. You cannot go in there. You will die with elf HP. That is the thing. Man, I love when I'm caster cursing things. That's amazing. I love when I'm right. But Alice Ram, that means your team is losing. Well, I don't care. I love when I'm right. Nah, that fight was okay for both teams, right? We both got some kills. Oh, interesting. Okay, Combattimento going for the Jug Show. And you see, if you look at this item, let's read through it together, right? Health, armor, magic resist, that all sounds really defensive. And then Voidborn Resilience, that's the big power spike, you know, the item power spike. After 5 seconds of champion combat, increase your bonus armor magic resist. So you can see that is a really defensive item. Will it pay off? We have another team fight, just back to back to back. Combattimento is still in there, and he is again the main hope together with Spike, but Spike just died like it's nothing. Combattimento also not tanky enough and not enough damage. And out of nowhere, we just got aced. Out of nowhere. I think this could be GG. Yeah, Freeze already calling it. Yeah, I don't even know how to fix that. Like, Ash could literally not play the game, was on 2 items. Yeah, this is GG, right? This is the 2-0 for DKB. Well, we can try to defend this, but it will be nigh to impossible. Nope, no chance. No chance here. GG's to both teams, but for today, the better players are DKB. And that means we will go... don't let me lie, I'm bad at math. We went 1-1 in the first match. That means we are 1-3 now. One of the lower scores in the group for sure. But it also means we... Yeah, definitely. I have to agree with Freeze here. We showed, like in the first game, it wasn't like a complete stomp, but at the same time, yeah, it just wasn't enough. I think games like those happen. We'll see each other again on Wednesday, 6:15. And until then, I hope they can figure some stuff out. They had some good concepts. I think they had a good draft, you know, they had decent everything, but it wasn't meant to be. Also, don't forget, we have our cute Lief in the shop now. It's a real banger, you know. Lief cast from now on. I hope to see you on Wednesday as well. Check it out. Maybe I will have a co-caster even, you know. Today was more a bit of, you know, for Ulist. I hope I said, yeah, Uliest, you know, Uliest. Some more beginner stuff, but I hope, you know, you had some insights. And yeah, thanks a lot for the amazing positive feedback. I hope you have a great week. Again, until Wednesday, or if you're not here on Wednesday, then I hope you have an entire great week. We have Allerheiligen on Friday, so I hope you have a day off then. You enjoy yourself and have a great evening for today. Just all the best wishes out to everybody watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
You've got me saying words in my head, filling my mind with these images. And it's the way that you look at me, makes makes me feel